I asked him for help, probably a little while ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. I asked him for some help, and I don't think I was probably ready to be a mentee at that point. And, in some ancient, I'm going to go real deep on you guys who know I am, but in some ancient texts they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I had, that type of mentorship relationship with him where I was able to ask him almost anything, no matter how nervous I was or how fearful I was. And, he just was easy to approach with those type of questions about what goes on in a day in and day out basis of chasing something that's bigger than yourself. And when you're trying to leave a legacy or leave something of a mark on a game, they're going to come with a lot of sacrifices. There's going to come a lot of hate. There's going to come a lot of love. There's going to come a lot of balance that you must create in your life. And he left a lot of teachings, a lot of breadcrumbs, I call them, and I just followed all of them. I just followed every single one, and that probably pays a lot of focus into the person I am today. Is just really just listening, asking questions, seeing what he was doing to create. And then also with his daughter Gigi and him opening up doors and opportunities in women's sports. And we talked about it all the time. And, I saw what he was creating, and I knew that I wanted that same structure. He had his own company. He had his own belief system. He had his own principles that he lived by. He didn't give, excuse my language, he didn't give a what anyone said. And I think that, having that type of strength and, he's just that type of leader of a movement that so many people wanted to follow. But I think the most important thing he always embodied was, when someone would ask him a question or someone would ask him, how do you do it, Kobe? How do you do it? How are you so great? How do you do this? Or, some of the young Mambas out there trying to emulate what he was doing, some people would text him and be like, hey, what about this shooting slump? And, he would say stuff like the best shot is the next shot, you know what I mean? Or figure it out, like f them all, it just simple things, but it was what he helped you see inside of yourself always. It wasn't something of the words that he said. It was something that was always there inside of you that you knew was there, but you just had to tap into it. And he tapped into it all the time when he was playing the game of basketball, when he was around his family. But he was just that type of teacher. And I'm glad that he's getting his just due and his legacy now more than ever. And you don't have to ever worry about anyone not being on Kobe's side. I've been on Kobe's side for a long time. So I hope I answered that question, but that's what I remember all in, encompassing in our relationship. It went just so much deeper than basketball, man.